see through the door. Look at that white building. Doesn't this look very close to us? The Taj Mahal? But when you go in, it shifts back from you. Optical illusion. You understand that optical illusion? Because white building is much more taller and higher than this entrance. So when you go in, Taj Mahal is shifting back. It looks very closer. You can just go and touch it. It's not. Can we see the black letters?
Yes.
Black letters? That's Arabic. Arabic was their official language, which is not written like Hindi, English or Tamil from left to right. All the Islamic language are written right to left. So it starts from the bottom, it goes up right all the way. What does it say? The first Quranic chapter. Quran, the holy book of Islam, Muslim Quran. So Arabic. This is the first Quranic chapter. It says, "Welcome to heaven." In short, if I need to explain you Taj Mahal, I would say constructing the Taj on the ground was like bringing down heaven on this earth. It's an imagination of a husband for the love of his life, Mumtaz, to do something like a paradise, Swargam, basically. As beautiful. So it says, "Welcome to heaven." It's a black Quranic expression. Chapter of book, the Muslim. Well, can we see the beautiful design cut like a diamond shape? I want, ma'am, you to look at the floral patterns. Do we see the flowers, green, brown colors, all the flowers like that?
Yeah.
All the green flowers or everywhere? It looks colored or painted, that someone has drawn, designed. What if I tell you they are natural gemstones?
Really?
What do you call in your language? The stones, the jewelry, all the jewels. What do you call in your language? Tamil?
Muttu.
The stones? What do you use in jewelry?
Vairam.
There you are. All these are semi-precious stones. Nothing is colored or painted. No color, no paint. It's just stones inlaid. They carve the marble, they make a cavity and they set the stone in. Which is all colored. All these natural stones. Even the black letter, Arabic, is black marble. That's not colored or painted. Let me show you. You see a stone missing out. So all these are carved the marble and set in like this. So you can touch and feel it. All stone, no color, no paint. It's called inlay. Inlaid marble, inlay art. And their local language is called pachikari. Pachikari. Pachikari means when you shape a natural gemstone. Look at that green, yellow, brown. And you make a flower pattern. You carve the marble, you set them in. That's pachikari. So no color, no paint. They all are glued inside. Wherever you find the floral patterns, Quranic expression, these are all inlaid. No color, no paint at all. Because this Taj was built in 17th century. There was no air conditioning back then. What was that? Natural air. Natural air conditioning. Once again, a very warm welcome to the beautiful Taj Mahal, of course the beautiful people. 1983, UNESCO declared this building World Heritage Monument. On a very special and unique date, 7/7/7, 7 July 2007, Taj Mahal was rated one of the 7 wonders of the world. So the new 7 wonders are Great Wall, China, Taj Mahal, India, Chichen Itza, Mexico, Machu Picchu, Peru, Petra, Jordan, Rome, Colosseum, Christ the Redeemer, Rio, Brazil. These are new 7 wonders actually. Right. So they keep on changing every 10 years, 12 years, they keep on changing. But since 2007, this is on the 2nd position actually, after Great Wall, China. So we were discussing about the great Mughal Empire. They were here based in North India for almost 300 years actually. In total, we had 9 different Mughal kings or emperors they ruled in India time to time. From 1526, the first Mughal emperor was Babur. who laid the foundation of the Mughal Empire. Until 1857, the ninth one, the last one who surrendered to the British. In 1857, war against the British. Well, I should not say it was a war, it was a revolution, uprisings to get the freedom back from the British Empire. So in total, we had 9 together. Taj Mahal belongs to the 5th Mughal generation. When this king was young prince, his name is Khurram. It's Arabic word. Khurram means joyous, happiness. But once he ascended the royal throne, he became official king. He sat on the power, sat on the throne. He got a title, popular title, Shah Jahan. So it's Arabic once again. Because they were Muslim, Arabic was their official language, but they were also speaking Farsi as well, which is spoken in Persia, which is Iran today, Irani language as well. So her title was Shah Jahan. Shah means king, Jahan means the world, king of the world. King of the world had 3 wives at the same time. Lucky or maybe unlucky, many shopping demands. many credit card. We have one, you know that. All right. So all the 3 wives he had at the same time. In Islam, you can have 4 at the same time. You know that. He had all Muslim wives, but from different places. The first wife was from Kandahar, Afghanistan. Second wife was from India. That was called Lahore, but Lahore is a part of Pakistan now. Before 1947, there was no Pakistan, it was India. Muslim wife. The third Muslim wife was from Persia, which is Iran today. This lady, right? All 3 wives he had the same time, but he only declared the third wife his favorite wife. He sent the first 2 wives back to their places. I don't need you anymore. So he was a king, he's a boss, he can do anything. It was male dominance, unfortunately, right, in their community. Well, he sent them back. He decided only to live with this lady. Her name was something different. Her Irani name was Arjuman Bano Begum. Actual name, Arjuman Bano Begum. Begum they call for wife. But the king always called her Mumtaz Mahal. What does that mean? That word. Mumtaz. It's a Farsi word, Persian, Irani. Mumtaz means my favorite crown. Crown, mukut, right? And Mahal is a palace. So my favorite crown of the palace. She was given this title because she was declared the favorite one. He sent the first 2 wives back. I don't need you. Why? Why he was not treating the other 2 wives well? Excuse me, well? Why he only was happy with the third one? Reason? Many reasons. Why is she so special for her? 3 reasons. All 3 start with B, English alphabet B. The first B, beauty. No wonder she was Irani. Irani women are really famous for the natural beauty. Oh, you don't mind, you get the best one. I can see Sri Lankan beauty as well. But she was gorgeous. It's world famous. She attracted the king towards her beauty. It is believed that ever a Mughal king had a beautiful wife like her. She's beautiful, stunning. The other 2 wives were not beautiful as the third one. Second B, brain. She was born smart. She was born with the skills of administration, management, war planner she was. She used to join the military campaigns with the husband like a companion. Beauty with brain. She used to join as a militant. As she used to raise her voice in public and private discussions. What do you call parliament today? Or public forum today, common house. She was born with this beauty with brain. The other 2 wives were not as smart and intelligent as the third one. So 2 Bs, but the third B. The first 2 Bs are not just enough to declare her favorite. The most important, babies. The third B for babies. The first 2 wives were childless. They had no babies to deliver to king. That means the king is not happy. Well, you can imagine unfortunate male dominance. I've got no one to look after my empire. I've got no baby. You delivered me nothing. Never. You sent back. So these 2 wives were sent back to the places where they come from. Beauty with brain. This lady, she delivered 14 children to Shah Jahan. 14 children. 1-4.
At least I'm asking for 12.
At least a cricket team. Beauty, brain and babies. So when these two wives had no babies and she delivered 14 children, the king is super happy. He had many successes now. He decided to declare her the favorite. So beauty, brain and baby. But unfortunately, when she was conceiving for the 14th time, she was hit by a blood infection in the lower abdomen. I'm talking about 17th century. So no good medical treatment, no hospitals, no medical searches, nothing was there. No vaccination, right? So out of 14 children, only 6 survived. 3 girls, 3 boys. She never had the 14 children at the same time. Of course not. Because no vaccination, they died premature. They born young, they died young, premature. Well, when she was conceiving for the 14th time, the king Shah Jahan, that's his name, he is busy 1,000 kilometers away from her. But she is struggling hard. She's on the verge of death, almost dead. But she didn't die like this. She called the husband back from the battle. He left it. He came back, sat beside. For the last time, they talked to each other. Because right after the conversation, she died. 14th one was a baby girl, also died with the mother. But before the death, she shared 3 promises to the husband. Her last 3 messages, or I should say, her 3 wishes. 1, not to marry again. Smart wife. I think she deserves it. Intelligent. She's born with this. So, not just a war planner, she's demanding. So, not to marry again. Second one, to look after my children. Please be a good father. Give them equal love and respect. Treat them well. Do not treat them like you left the other 2 wives. Be a good father. Third one, I know you loved me throughout your life. I am the most loving wife. I know this. You declared me favorite of the palace, Mumtaz Mahal. But this time, this infection killing my mom. I'm not gonna survive. Maybe after this baby, I will not survive. I don't wanna die like this. I want you to do something in my memory. As a token of our true love. Symbol of our love. Something that this world had never seen before. One and only thing in this world. And no one can copy it in future. Something generations to come, decades to come, centuries to come would always remember my name. Mumtaz Mahal. Taj Mahal. Pretty demanding. But she deserves it after 14 children at least. With these last words, she passed away. In Muslim religion, in Islam, you have to bury a body immediately, within 24 hours, within the same day. So she was given a temporary burial for 3 days in the gardens, somewhere in the gardens, corner, because they had no idea where the body has to be buried. The king Shah Jahan, he was completely lost. He locked himself in a dark room for 40 days, not eating properly, not drinking properly, just lost, shattered. But the show must go on. What he has promised the lady, he has to do that, fulfill the promises. He decided to construct a great mausoleum in the loving memory of the favorite wife. But he wanted, like Swargam, I must say, he wanted the best of the world. So he traveled the world himself to collect the designer, to collect the best material, to collect the garden. Everything was best he wanted. Chief engineer of this building was Irani Muslim. His name is Amanat Khan Shirazi. So Shiraz is a beautiful place in Iran. Like Sri Lankan from Sri Lanka, he was Shirazi from Shiraz, who designed the structure of the Taj Mahal. This is 243 feet high, almost 81 meters from the bottom to the top female. Pure construction of white Indian marble. 300 to 400 kilometers. There's a place called Makrana to the northwest, where you have the quarries and mines where they get the marble from. The best marble of the world, Indian marble. Non-porous. Tea, coffee, wine, vinegar, beer, coke, oil, anything spills on it, it doesn't stain at all. That's why it is still white and bright. Imagine, ma'am, this was built in 17th century. Still impressive, still so pure, equal. You just need to clean it with simple mud pack. Like we do the face pack, they do the mud pack. Simple clay, natural clay, Indian clay. They do a paste, they leave it on the marble, it sucks the dirt out from the marble. You do not need to apply any harsh chemical like toilet cleaners to clean this marble, not at all. Because this is not European marble, it's the best marble of the world. Like Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Madras, you get the black granite. White come from the north of India. There you are. So 400 kilometers they get the marble from. Started it. Do we see the minarets, tower? Each tower has 160 steps to go up. People used to go up back then, but not now, because it could be risky and accidental. That's why it's prohibited. Hard marble. Can we again see the black letters, Arabic? That's Quran death prayer. Do you do some rituals when someone dies? You read the holy book, like sometimes we do, Hindus and the Muslims, they read the holy book when someone dies, right? So when it's a death prayer basically. All the four sides of Taj Mahal, inside out, you have death prayers. Muslims, all that. Once again, the floral pattern. Can we see the two cupolas? Have you ever been to the North Indian Hindu temple? Ever? Never. If you ever visit a Hindu temple in North India, you will find it like a umbrella shape. It's a Hindu temple style. Fusion. Hindu architect also left there. Now, I want you to see the top finial. Can you see half moon crescent? Significant to Muslims. Islam, Pakistan flag. But look at the top again. Over the crescent. Kalasam. Am I right? There you are. So that's Hinduism. So people wonder, you want the sunglasses, I think, because it's getting brighter, right? Because the Hindu people, we have lotus, auspicious, the flower, the sacred flower. We actually always, whenever we pray with a lotus flower in our temples, in our holy shrine, kalasam, kalash basically. We call it kalash in Sanskrit, of course. So that's the Hindu style. Can you also see where the dome starts? You like a flower like this. Again, lotus. That's Hindu influence. Fusion. Coming down, the dome is impressive. Taj Mahal's beauty lies in its symmetry. Any of the four angles, you see the Taj Mahal is 100% symmetrical. You see it from the back, this, there, front, just the same. That's the beauty actually. So, it took 22 years to complete. 1631, they started the construction after 1 year of the Queen's burial, Mumtaz's death. It took 22 years to complete everything, right? The king lived for another 36 years after her death, the Queen's death. So the Shah Jahan, the king, he saw everything completed. But when he died, he was also buried next to the wife. So you got two tombs to see. One for the queen, one for the king himself.
He requested?
No, here is the point. There was no desire, there was no request of the king. He actually died imprisoned. This King Shah Jahan, he was imprisoned for 7 years in his own palace. He died imprisoned. Why? And who did it? His youngest boy. Remember the story? I told you, out of 14 children, 6 survived. 3 girls, 3 boys. Daughters never become successors, unfortunately. It has to be the son after the father. But then it has to be the elder son. That's the system. After father, he takes care of the business. The youngest boy among them, his name is Aurangzeb. He turned greedy for the power. He realized, I've got no chance to become a king because I'm the youngest one. My father will declare my elder brother the successor. I don't want that. He poisoned his 2 brothers. He killed his 2 brothers literally, dethroned the father, deposed him and put his father in prison in his own palace for 7 years. The father died in prison. It was daughters. They sent the body, got him buried next to their mother actually. What a pity. For the last 7 years, the man who built the Taj Mahal for the love of his life could not come here, even for shedding tears on the death of the queen. But there's a saying in English, kingship knows no kingship. When you gotta go, you gotta go. It wasn't strange for that time. It was happening everywhere. Among Romans, Greeks, Chinese, Ottoman, it's all about the money and power. Another sad story. So the king died in prison. For 7 years he was in his own palace. Only allowed to eat, pray and stay. That's it. Not allowed to come here. It was daughters. They somehow managed because the son, youngest boy, crazy. He did not even attend the funeral of the father. Crazy. Who these people are? The descendant, 13 and 14 generation of those Muslim craftsmen, and they're still continuing this work actually. Nothing has been mechanized, they still use their hands to do that. Everything will be explained to you by the gentleman, and here we get the same marble from the quarries and all the mines of Makrana. That's almost 400 kilometers away from here. They still continuing actually. So please enjoy this.
So you must have seen the beautiful work of the inlays. Now these are all semi-precious stones over here, and they all are coming from different parts of the world. Like diamond, topaz, sapphire, they come in the category of precious. These now they come in the category of semi-precious stones, not precious. And the people here, you're going to see them doing this work, they actually belong from the same family. They are the direct descendants of those people who did the work in the Taj Mahal. Father, son, the grandson is a very big family. Almost 13 generations in the family.
So is government safeguarding them or is it?
Well, it is subsidized by the state government. The government helps, aids them in the sense, like insurances have been given. And in Delhi, in the capital, we have exhibitions for those who win the gold medals. Not everybody can be the master. So only those who have the really good skills and clever brains, outstanding performance in the art, promoting the art, those have been awarded by the presidents. Many of them they have been awarded. Better working conditions also. Even ration, sometimes we get like the ration assistance is also difficult. So as you already know, the marble what these people are using over here, exactly the same marble coming from the same mine from where we got the marble for the Taj Mahal.
Okay.
In Rajasthan, we're having a village by the name of Makrana. You can see the images right at the back of me. And there we're having huge marble mines over there. It's one of the finest, densest, rock solid, superfine quality of the marble available on the planet. It's a teamwork of 3 people working on one piece. Alright? So on a piece of marble like that, what they first do, they have to keep the center of the marble. Basically the marble is white and this inner color, temporary color. And the color is being done to get the markings. When you have to lay out the pattern, it needs to be like more visible. It doesn't really come up clearly on the white surface. That's the reason why they have to color it up. So for the first person he does, he has to keep the center in the mind and then he has to lay out the pattern with the help of a stencil and a pointed chisel. And mostly the designs they have been copied from the Taj in the form of roses, lotus, night lilies, floral patterns of it. And after that, these are the basic tools what these people now they have with them, pointed and the flat. The metal is now steel and it has got carbon coating on it. So with the help of these sharp iron tools, you have to chisel out the complete pattern.
Only these two?
All the tools, equipment, the machinery you're gonna see over here, they were almost very much similar to what were being used in the Taj many years back. So how exactly you need to operate the tools like in this manner. There has to be a special way of holding the tools. They hold it. So put it with a small finger. And you have to push it forward. And this is how they chisel. 3 to 4 millimeter is what the depth has to go over.
Can I give it a try?
Sure, why not?
This one?
Right.
Correct?
Sure. You have to push it forward, okay? It's not you need to have like big arms for that.
Yeah, I
You need
understand.
to have like proper skills.
Skill, yeah.
But it does take a lot of efforts and pressure on your finger. And no doubt they get arthritis in their fingers at the age of 30, 35, you know. Many of them, they were not able to even do the work. They start doing this work at a very young age, 13, 14 years of age, and then they can become like the masters at the age of like 30, 35. But not everybody can be master.
Sure.
But they have to quit like 40, 45 people start quitting this work. Because eyesight becomes rather weak and they get arthritis in the fingers. Believe me, keep doing that for another 10 minutes, you won't be able to bend your fingers.
Yeah, I understand. I got the feel actually. The way you guys hold it and push it.
Right. You see, he's doing all the proper dips in there. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
But that work is even more difficult. Because the work is going to be done on the round surface. And that's even more difficult than the flat.
Yeah,
And after that, when you get the proper depths in the marble, these are those gemstones over here. And as I said, these are all semi-precious stones and they're all coming from different parts. Like this one, the dark blue with the golden spots near, we call it lapis. Lapis comes from Afghanistan, but now we are getting it from Chile, South America, because of political reasons.
South America.
It's Chile.
Chile.
The green now is the malachite with the natural sedimentary lines in it. Comes from South Africa as well as Russia. Light blue, turquoise, comes from Iran. This is also been worn by this Bollywood star of ours, Salman Khan. See him? He's got a bracelet in his hand.
Yeah.
He's got the same stone over there.
Okay.
It's quite a lucky one for him. Black is not the black onyx that comes from Belgium.
Belgium.
Right. Here is now the agate from Ghana. Mother of pearl.
It's cool.
Here are the stone minerals. Mother of pearl, deep down from the Indian Ocean. The black pearl from the ocean
Indian
again.
Ocean.
The black pearl.
Indian Ocean. So
Apple.
Indian Ocean? People go and
Yeah, they have to do even the munga, you know munga, corals,
corals, yeah.
coral reefs are there, So they have to go deep down in the ocean and they have to collect.
Destroying. Destroying.
Not exactly destroying.
We can say it in one way. Okay.
Well,
sorry for that. Yeah.
No, that's okay. But you know what? This is like, this has not been destroyed actually in a sense because they have been formed time to time. They continuously been forming in the ocean time to time.
Yeah. Interesting to hear that they are collecting.
That's
from-
abalone shell. That's from New Zealand. And here we got a very special stone over here. The specialty of this stone is that when it comes into contact with the light, it starts glowing out.
Ah.
Did you see it in Taj?
Yeah, he lighted up and showed in the
Here,
in
that's
the
exactly
main area.
the slain stone. So in the local language, you call it the fire stone, but the geographical name of the stone is carnelian.
Cornelian,
Comes from Yemen.
Yemen. Okay. Okay.
Chunks of rocks in this manner. You need to slice them down into thin slabs with the help of high tension steel wires. So in this manner, it comes out. And then you have to break them into small bits. And this man is responsible to give all the proper shapes to the gemstones. What the first person he does, he draws a pattern, and the pattern is being transferred to this man from one person to another. So he's responsible to give all the proper shapes to the gemstone. The technique you're gonna see that's right over there. We call it emery powder wheel or the grinding wheel, and a small stick is been attached over it. Now the very basic, same old technique that was used in the Taj many years back, and it still remains the same. So how exactly you're going to operate the wheel? Come with me, I'll show you. Here you have to hold the stick here with the right hand. So when you move it, the wheel starts moving. The main focus is how you control the speed of the wheel. And the rough pieces have been held in this manner. That's abalone, the same over here. And he's giving the proper shapes by using the top surface of the wheel for the pointed edge. For the curves, he's using the side surface. For the inner cuts, the down surface has been used. So in this manner, he's giving all the proper shapes to each and every piece one by one. And they're making these beautiful roses, having all separate pieces.
Oh my God.
Patience what is highly required over here.
Exactly.
But new generation doesn't really have much.
They can't do this.
They don't have the skills and the patience like you do nowadays. You see this small little piece over here? Just count the number of pieces in it. That's 4. That's 6. When you have to make these fine pieces, those pieces they break many times and it cuts the skin of the artist because of the friction. And then only the master he gets like one exact match.
This you say 6, right?
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See all these beautiful small pieces over here. You see that?
Yeah.
All this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's how they made this.
Yes. And the final part